literally didn't lie to my parents for my entire life until I was 16 because I had a boyfriend I didn't want to tell them about. That was it. That was literally the only time. And then as soon as that happened, I felt bad and I haven't lied to them since. Pretty much. My parents, I mean, obviously you grow up and you're like, oh, maybe my parents don't need to know that because they don't want to hear that. But literally for my whole life, my parents are the people I tell everything to. I tell my mom fucking everything. I couldn't help it when I was a kid. I would get these panic attacks if I didn't tell my mom everything. And it would make my friends so mad because they'd be like, don't tell your mom. And I would, because what the hell, it's my mom. It's my best friend. Um, but it is funny because there's these people that, if I talk about, and this is a different subject I don't have to get into, but sometimes I'll talk about, bad things that I saw when I was younger online, or, things I was exposed to that I wish I wasn't. And people are like, wow, her parents really weren't there. That it's really to blame her parents. And it's like, I don't think people realize how stupid that is to say. I don't think anybody understands how little, as involved as a parent can be, and as much as they can try to control and help you and not and make sure you don't ever see anything bad, you're going to see it, especially when you grow up with the internet. I just was on the internet constantly, and it wasn't like, hey, yeah, here's a phone, here's a car, here's this, that, go drive and do anything and go do anything you want, we don't care, you have freedom. It wasn't that kind of freedom. It was freedom to express my emotions and freedom to uh try things that I wanted to try and do things that I wanted to do. And it's just funny that people are like, "Oh, well, the reason that, like, wow, she was in that bad situation, her parents didn't help." I was like, "You know how bad my parents tried to get me out of bad situations? I wouldn't let them. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, it's infuriating." I see people say like, "Wow, I blame her parents for this." And they really just they should have gotten her out of that situation. I'm like, "You know how stubborn a 17-year-old girl is? Uh nobody's changing a mind of a 17-year-old. I'm sorry. They're just not. I mean, I came up with all sorts of ways to do things I wanted to do that my parents didn't want me to do. And that's just how fucking annoying teenagers are. I can't tell you how annoying they are. Um but I always think back to how my parents uh treated me and how they supported me, and they didn't there was no punishment and there was no reward. So it didn't make me feel scared to tell them things, and it didn't also make me only do things to get a reward. It made me understand good and bad and real love, and I